The reason you will never achieve what you want in life is just purely because you can't stay focused. And it's not for the obvious reasons, it's because you're avoiding everything that matters, that really matters. Just purely because when things get hard or you get bored, you switch to a new idea, a new partner, or just any other new beginning. And this is an endless cycle, a loop. And I know what I'm talking about because in the last 12 years, I was facing this problem over and over again while I was at one point running more than 17 companies at a time. I know exactly what I'm talking about, and I know exactly how it feels. But the good thing is, I also know exactly how to fix it. All I need is 10 to 15 minutes of your time, and I promise you, you will never struggle to focus again. Let's talk business. Let me be very clear. You don't have a problem with focus. You're addicted to beginnings. And I had the same problem for over 10 years in my 12 years career in business. And once I solved that, everything changed for me. And the solution was literally just to understand that whenever you start a new project, or you have a new idea, or this spark of, hey, let's do this together, what happens in your brain is dopamine gets released, and you start the journey of something new, right? But once novelty goes, there is this phase of boredomness. We get bored so easy, and at that point, let me show it here, it dips. And we think that this dip is a signal to change direction and to start over again. But let me tell you one thing. The feeling of being bored is not a sign to exit. It's actually a door. And once you step through this door and you force yourself to continue your journey, you will experience an entire new world of dopamine hits, because consistency is the real currency to really achieving your goals. And when I did that, I still ended up sometimes to begin again with a new thing. So why is that? Even though you solve the first point, let's say you solve the moment when everything gets bored and you feel like, I don't want to do that anymore. But let's say you continue doing it. What could be the potential next trap that makes you quit again? And this is to plan too big. If your goal is so huge that there is no reward in between, your mind just want to quit. It's so hard for your mind to not get rewarded that it literally just wants to get back to this nice feeling in the beginning to start over again. Because, again, we are addicted to beginnings because they are easy. It's nice to anticipate the potential outcome, but to do the actual work is what we need to do to grow. And all of us want to grow. And for me, everything changed when I started with something, and I changed two things. First of all, let's assume this was the usual way. I planned my goal to go from A to Z. And again, we all know there was a huge dopamine spike, and then it dipped. But I expected that, so I continued my journey, and to make sure I'm not going to quit again, I implemented milestones, baby steps, just little milestones on the way to your goal from A to Z. I said, okay, if I reach C or D, I already accomplished something, and that felt amazing. I literally decoded my brain and rewired it so that it got addicted to the progress itself. So therefore, the hardest part is always to go through this boredomness, to the boring phase. And even though everything screams inside of you, quit, do something else, it's not the right thing to do. It has no potential. Yes, it has potential, because it does not mean that you are not allowed to change the direction along the way. Sometimes you need to adjust the course, and that's okay. But to start over with something entirely different, it is and never will be the solution, and it won't be a fix. So, if you understand that boredomness is good because it's a signal, it says to you, okay, the honeymoon phase of your project is over, now you're in the real world, and then you're able to define milestones. Again, baby steps, nothing big. Step by step by step. You are going to end up where you wanted to land in the first place. And let me tell you one more thing. Over the years, I realized that to achieve the actual goal, you don't even need to be able to define the exact outcome. It is already enough to set the direction, right? So in terms of you, let's say you want to lose weight. It's the easiest example, okay? You don't need to say, hey, I want to go from 100 kilogram to 80 kilogram. It's enough if you just say, I want to be a healthy person. I want to do sports. So instead of putting the goal from here to there, you just tie it to the first baby milestone. And you ask yourself, what is a task that a healthy person does every day? Could be food, could be nutrition, whatever. And if you would like to move your body, hey, let's do 5,000 steps. Whatever it is, you keep the milestones tied to the day. And therefore, it's a step by step by step progress. And at the end, you're going to end up to achieve the same goal, but in a way different way. And I want to explain you the difference of me not doing this to following this idea and structure that is the reason why I built all this success, especially in the last 2 years. In the beginning, I just wanted to start over. New project, new idea, and I was always chasing this, oh yeah, this could be interesting, we could do this, yeah, hell yeah, let's do this. But you know what? Everything you do is just, you betray yourself and you lose time, and here's the problem, trust into yourself, because you teach your brain that you are a quitter. But at the end, you just never experienced how to go through the door, the entrance to the real progress and the real reward of your goal in place. So whenever you think you can't focus, it's not really a problem of focus. It's a problem that you don't realize that the moment when the signal of boredomness kicks in, the only job you have is just continuing, going through it, and teach your brain that the reward after that is so much more desirable that it literally solves not only a problem, but makes you achieving your goals over and over again. Doesn't matter in business, in life, even for your private life, you can apply that too. The easier you define the steps in between, the more likely the chances that you will not only achieve your goal, but you'll feel content like you never did before. And if you like that video, make sure you're going to check out this one, because you will love it. Take care.